Welcome to Albion TV presents the AO Daily Show, your source of real news in an unreal world, keeping you up to date on the latest news, events, and the great community of Albion Online. Today is Wednesday, the 15th of July, 2020, and I'm your host, Shozen One, and I am joined today, as always, by my co-host, Bogul, and today we have decided to bring in a very special guest who you may be a little bit familiar with. We have asked Robinhoodrs to join us today for a little bit of story time because this week it's anniversary week. And we're going to look back in time, talk about some of the crazy things that we've done, seen, or experienced, and just generally enjoy this amazing game of Albion that we all get to play together.
Hello.
Yeah, it's hello.
Hello, I'm here too. He stopped monologuing. My turn.
Hey
guys.
Oh god. Is this going to be the whole show now? Or it's
And
just
here we
frog
go.
noises?
29 minutes to go.
Are you okay? We're both gonna do our best Muppet impression.
Okay, I'm gonna be. I'll be Kermit. Who are you gonna be for today? Boy, guys. Hey guys, Robinhoodrs here.
Oh, that's a pretty good Kermit. That's I'll give it to you. It's not too bad. But we had, besides just the stories that we're going to tell today about the craziness that is the game of Albion, we are also going to talk about the patches that came out. We have patch 16 came out today.
Yeah.
And that was quickly followed by patch 16.1.
Hotfix, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah. A couple little bugs.
There was a bug. One
you
that
guys,
really needed to be fixed.
You guys see it?
The bug? Yeah, I saw the bug. I was
Yeah,
up this morning and I was watching people like duel for massive amounts of money and be like, your defensives don't work against me.
Fixed a bug where the defensive spells and defensive stats of armor did not work in duels. Oh.
They fixed that. They fixed it, guys. I was here for that. Yeah. Congratulations. Well done.
But there's other stuff in that patch. Did you have a look even, or is it just like
the
1,
main
2, 3
patch
notes?
itself is actually pretty good. It's some really good changes that we've been waiting for a while. There's a change to flash heal so I was on the Reddits, right?
Oh god.
Right. And they were like, way to change flash heal right before removing it. And I was like, what do you mean remove it? That's not gonna happen.
I mean,
It's getting removed.
What?
Yeah, I didn't understand this change either. Like, I'm like, what? Because I read the NDA. Well, it's weird. The future comings of the balance changes. The NDA ones. Bogul. What? Why did you just?
I'm sorry.
Are we live? Hello.
Yes, we're live.
To the AO
I just
roll that
clicked the
beautiful
wrong
bean footage, Bogul.
I just clicked the wrong button. I was trying to make people not see what I'm trying to do in the background, which is frantically looking for Retroman's NDA post. Right? That's where you're going.
Frantically?
Yeah.
Frenetic? Phonetically? No.
Frantically. Yeah.
Yes, that one.
There we go.
While you explain that, yes, I'll look for this thing.
If you type in on Google Albion NDA, it's the first link, by the way. But yeah, the NDA balance changes, they're absolutely removing it. So I don't actually understand why they even did the nerf today. There is some other changes, by the way, on the NDA notes. I don't know if we want to run over them real quick.
Oh, you're talking about okay.
He did change them today. Retro did update the list. I forgot to tell you, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, tell me about it.
So all the things highlighted, I believe, are the new changes coming in. We got daggers. The chain slash is going from 150 damage down to 120. The fire staff, this is quite interesting. The ignite on all fire staffs, the enemy health threshold for the buff went from 20% up to 40%. I don't know how that's going to affect if anybody's actually going to use it or not, but it's there. Pyroblast, the one-handed fire staff, the cast time getting reduced down to 1.5 seconds. Still, it's really weird because a lot of these weapons, like, they get a little bit of a tweak here, a little bit of a tweak there, but most of the time it's not enough for anybody to actually use them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't ever fall in like the meta. Like I would love for things like the Tomb Hammer. This one did get
that
tweaked.
one. Yeah, I would love to see the Tomb Hammer come back. I haven't seen that since the early days of ganking.
Yeah, like I love that weapon for ganking. It's a skill shot, and I really do enjoy it. You got to read people's movement speed or like the actual movements, and it's fun. But yeah, the hammers, the Iron Breaker, its hit delay got reduced by 5 milliseconds. The stand time as well. The Power Geyser, don't really ever see that used that much. Maybe in a little bit of 5v5, the cooldown dropped down 1 second on that. The hit delay also dropped down 5 milliseconds, and the stand time as well. Tomb Hammer, the hit delay dropped down quite a bit actually. It went from 0.5 down to 0.35, and the stand time went down from 0.6 to 0.5. I would love for the Tomb Hammers or like weapons that aren't in meta to have like a skill rework to bring it in line with an actual useful like skill.
Well, we've seen that happen over and over again. We've seen weapons get reworked over time. Like just look at the Black Monk staff recently.
Yeah.
It's not that long ago that nobody used it. Now it's the 5v5 weapon of choice. And you see it everywhere too. It's not just used in 5v5. You see people bringing it everywhere. So it's a little bit of change went a long way with that one. And that's the kind of thing. Like, what can they do with that Tomb Hammer just to bring? Because I don't want the skill to change. I like that skill. I think it's cool.
See, I suggested something today. Like we were talking about it in the Discord, and what I suggested is like right now it's just for ganking. Like that's the only thing it's ever used for. It's not used for small scale or large scale. So how about having the hand that comes out and grabs the first player,
grabs everybody along the way,
grabs like up to 5 people in a radius of like say between 10 and 20 meters of the first player.
See, I wouldn't mind seeing like if it like, because right now that hand comes up out of the ground, right, and then races towards a player. If it races,
it doesn't. It doesn't race anymore. It's an instacast. It appears instantly underneath.
Okay. Again, like I said, I haven't used that weapon since. I don't want to make it a camland. That's not, like Major Captain Awesome is here. Just make it a camland because that's what kind of like what you're saying in a lot of ways. I wouldn't mind seeing it like if it came out of the ground again and raced towards the player again and grabbed everybody along the way, like of a single target along the way, not a grab from outside the bounds from the left and right, but just a single line. Like we have like the Bedrock Mace, which knocks everybody in the line, right? But if it grabbed everybody in the line and kind of like pulled them down with a hand, I really wish I had my camera on. I'm doing some really good pantomime, guys. I'm just like my hand is racing at the camera and then going fist metal style, rah, pull it down. Because that might actually be really freaking cool for a second, where it does something like that, where that would be unique. It's not like the camland. It's not like the Bedrock. It would do something that's still very much like what it is. But when we see these kinds of skills now, they are really AoE. You know what I mean? They are really affecting more than one player. And if you have a grab that's a skill shot that only hits one player, Ray of Light's better.
Yeah. What use is that? No, that's why nobody uses it.
Right.
So.
And so you have to build that weapon up in some way. I think that'd be really cool.
I know why they nerfed Flash Heal and the Fatal Blade and the Self-Ignition on the Spectre Jacket. Because there's a 5v5 tournament thing coming up.
Oh, yeah.
And level 8.
We should... Yeah, we should talk about those other changes real quick, too, because we kind of skipped over them and went right into, like,
testing NDA versus actual changes alive.
Well, we get excited here. We have our favorites and we do get excited. But yeah, Flash Heal did go down a little bit, and it's like the AoE heal on it was dropped down by a lot. What was it? A 40% drop? That's pretty significant. The Fatal Blade on the Monk staff had its interval lowered so that it doesn't stack as quickly. which I can understand that, having seen people run through it on their way up a choke.
Yep.
You do get hit 3 times up a choke. So I can get it. Maybe only 2 stacks might be nicer. But the important one, I still think, is the self-ignition on the spec. Well, okay, 2 things. The flash heal. We've been watching a lot of 5v5s. You can just keep yourself alive with that sucker forever. It's a little ridiculous. I get it. But the self-ignition on the Spectre jacket, the burn aura is no longer stackable, meaning that only 1 aura applies to any given target. So when you see that melee build that's so prevalent in ZVZs, with everybody grabbing that aura and piling it on a group of players and just burning them down as they flee, that's not going to work anymore. They did already change in an earlier patch the damage from it's now percentage based. I don't even know how to say it. It was a standard like hit against you of like 56 damage or something over and over again, but you could stack your health up to 8k health if you hit all the buffs properly and then start burning yourself. And they're like, nah, percentage based. So today they changed it from 3% per burn to 2% to burn, which means it might come back into 5v5. Maybe.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I think you may see it in 5v5. You probably won't see it anywhere else.
No, it's not useful in ZVZs anymore. Like getting rid of that overlap is he just killed it in ZVZs, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. ZVZs need a change right now.
Yeah. The Spectre jacket, it was just like I hated playing against it, and I'm pretty sure everybody else did. Like even from like all sides that were using it as their main force of damage in their ZVZs, like in their Zergs, it was just like, yeah, like nobody wanted it, but you had to play it because it was like the only thing that was causing so much damage onto people. You had to play it.
Is that getting taken over by halberds then, or is that because I hear you complaining about like, oh, look at these halberds chomping away at the melee health all the time, and I was just. Is that what everybody switched over to? I think we saw a bunch of Clarent Blades for like a day or so, and today it seemed like they went all halberd again.
Yeah, so like the halberd's always been used ever since they changed the way like the bleed stack now. That was what, 4 months, maybe 5 months ago that change came in, and it's always been there in a Zerg comp. But obviously, because Spectre Jacket Bloodletter build was so dominant, everybody was using that. So the switch over back to more axes, we're even seeing bear paws being used. Clarent Blade is coming into effect. It is a good burst damage. If you're fully stacked up, you can demolish a back line of Clothies with it. So it is viable. But then again, the Hellion Jacket has come up time and time again of being so OP. If you don't have a purge for it, that man can live with 40 people piling on top of him, and he can just walk away, and he's fine.
I like being able to live. You're giving up my. Yeah, no, I like the Hellion Jacket.
Yeah,
getting those.
Yeah, but I feel like there's a nerf coming to that sooner or later.
Yeah, well,
it's way too dominant.
Well, look what's going to happen right now. They gotta change things for 1v1s too, and that's going to be the go-to in a lot of 1v1 builds, and they have to realign it. Anything that allows you to keep yourself alive needs to be aligned for 1v1s, and 1v1s are going to be huge. Those corrupted dungeons sound awesome. And having a ranking system that goes along with it, I don't know, man. I think that's gonna be amazing for people. Like, we have so many people who love the solo content and don't really have a place for it. Like, we see so many like streamers who were doing the solo ganking content for so long, and there's still a bunch of them out there who do it now today. Shout out to Ekwart. There's a lot of great solo content out there to now have a place for it where we can watch it.
Yep. And follow it easily.
Yeah. easily follow it. Like there'll be a ranking system. Like I can pick 4 or 5 guys. Like we can sit down and go, we're just gonna watch 4 of the best in a row today. We're just gonna watch them. We're gonna skip through them. Go through see who's on, watch 4 or 5 of them, see how many they win in a row, and very likely if they have a high MMR and are like one of the top guys, right? They're very likely to eventually go against one of the other top guys, and we'll get to see something cool.
Yep, and it brings in like Twitch, like you can interact with your Twitch chat like so much more easily. Like you can allow Twitch chat to decide if you want to carry on going.
I know.
Like let them like pull that. Do you want us to take the loot and bounce, or do you want to go for like the next one and the next one and the next one?
Like the answer is always another one. Isn't it?
Yeah, but
Another
they have to have the
always.
points. Like, well, that's why you tie it in. You go, so you want me to go again? That's going to cost you 20,000 Albion points right now. And, like, for example, and then you pull that, go again, baby! And then he stays in one more time, and then, he becomes that massive loot pinata that somebody goes in there and goes, you misclicked.
Yeah, or streamers can allow the Twitch chat to decide like if they want to go, or you stop and maybe you do like half the loot that you get go towards people that were interacting, like you do a giveaway. So it's up to the Twitch chat if they want to maybe get bigger loot splits at the end or take what they got now and see how it goes. It's a very interesting thing.
Not only with the corrupted solo dungeons, I think you can do that. You can almost do that with the roads as well. I mean, depending on how the connections work there, you can sort of have a different sort of content, right? Where you don't have to have delay, right? Because it's pretty hard for people to find you, like in the action there, and you can do like 5-10 man roaming groups that potentially, are probably like ZVZ content, but just different, and it's not only good for small scale, it's also good for Twitch, which is exciting for us. Yeah. So we're looking into what we can show there as well.
Bogul's getting creative. He's been working behind the scenes for weeks now, trying to find ways to make this the most entertaining stream that we've ever had.
I mean, imagine having like a few viewpoints and then maybe following a few groups, and there's cool stuff you can do. There's very cool stuff you can do, yeah. But before we talk about our sort of history or sort of story time that we wanted to do today, I do have one plug from corporate that we have to do. Cause
we have a plug?
Yeah, Sandbox is hiring apparently. We didn't do that yesterday on the show. It was posted yesterday, but Talion, the SBI guys are looking for a further community manager and two QA tester positions, actually. One for just the game and one for web, which makes me excited.
Yeah, that makes me excited too. Like, first we get
API,
a new player for
Killboard.
A new person for Bogul and I to communicate with in the community team. We know how much they love that. And we get a QA tester for the web, something that Bogul and I we've been waiting for changes to come to the
Killboard, maybe other stuff, maybe API
back.
Maybe, I don't know.
Bogul, do you remember? Okay, this is one of those history times. Remember history again? We talk about remember how when the game was in alpha? Okay, so right around release, there was this image going around of what they were going to do for the kill boards, and it was incredible. It was actually functional. You would be able to learn things about not only yourself by looking at your own stats and go, ooh, I have a real problem with this. But you'd also be able to look through like a guild and learn everything about them and find out who was in it, what they had done, click on a player, find out what that player had done, see their personal history.
I don't remember that.
That was crazy. Oh, that was insane. I don't think we're ever getting that. But that was a really cool thing that was going around back in the day. You don't remember about that? That probably was, maybe I probably shouldn't have said that one.
Now you get everybody's hopes up, sir. Everybody's like, yes, API, yes, map, yes, everything. And then everybody goes like, wait, Shozen said that?
Okay, let's be real clear. No, it was not. There was no, like, what it was just like 3 static images, all right, that showed one was like
way too
you
hype.
with your was with you with like stuff, you with stats, and then like just a clean kill board. Okay, maybe I overhype things because that's what my job is. I I'll take it all back.
Concept art. Take concept art and sell it as a professional.
It was
finished
amazing
game.
concept art. Yeah, it was.
I
it
think
never
that's a
happened.
different game.
And
I
it's
think
been
that's
3 years ago.
That's a spaceship game that does that, right? What?
Most profitable game in history.
True.
We should sell dresses and armor that never comes out.
No, that sucked. That would suck. No.
All right, story time. No, first before
everything,
we do this,
everything that Albion ever promised came out, right?
Actually, I'll say this: they've been pretty good.
Mobile.
I mean, Robin's mad. What didn't come out?
Mobile.
Mobile's coming out.
Yeah, but it's not out yet.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a few things they promised that were going to come out that aren't out yet, like the faction warfare rework.
Soon TM.
Soon TM.
Yeah.
Solo content.
Very soon.
They've told us we were going to get that very soon. TM. Let's see what else. Ranking system. Soon. TM. Huh? We're gonna get to see one.
Kill.
Try the like. What
kill.
there? A new map. We got a new map. You can see it right now. Go look at it. It's got times on. Bogul, you've got something on your mind. Which one you got?
I was going to say transport contracts, but that was I don't think that was ever promised.
No, it's never been. No.
I wish I could tell people or pay people to move stuff from Limehurst to Carleon back and pay them a few pennies to take all the risk, and I just go like, thank you. And if you fail, then you pay me a collateral. That would be great.
You know, Bogul, we are getting new bags.
True.
I think that was what they decided. Okay, Bogul's going to keep complaining about these like contracts. Like if we don't get contracts, we're just going to hear him every single patch. No contracts this time. When am I getting contracts? No contracts. Like, how can we make him quiet for like 6 months? I don't know. Make 3 new bags.
You know this whole thing about us dealing with this every day, where we're like, yeah, this is cool, but did you know that actually if you have faction capes and the quality, if you make faction capes, the quality doesn't transfer? And then they go like, but bags. No. That's going to be the same issue there, sir.
Like I think this is how they're going to answer every single question that we have for the next 6 months that Bogul brings up. Hey guys, remember when I was really asking for the yada yada yada? Yeah, but we did bags. Bogul? Bags? Bogul's there asking for health insurance. Bags? Can I get some PPE? No, bags.
You know what will make them bring in contracts, Bogul? If you post pictures of contracts every day without fail on Reddit.
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe, get it, B? you might get it.
Do we have B mounts?
Right, I think I have a sound effect for that. All right, yeah, cool.
There we go. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm here all week, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, you are.
Speaking about faction cape qualities not transferring over, it also doesn't apply with royal items. So royal hoods, royal sandals, and everything, which I would like to see changed as well.
Do you want to put in for a bug fix on that?
I don't think it's the bug. I think it's just the way that it's done.
I think a spec doesn't apply as well. But yeah. I made them aware of it, and I even pestered one of the QA guys and went like, hey, do you know that this, 2017 and all? And he's like, well, no, I think maybe 19. I don't want to be unfair. But he's like, yep, it's on the backlog. Thank you. Bye. And then I was like, oh.
Happens.
That backlog's pretty long.
Hey, guys,
there's a lot on there.
Bogul, I just looked at the time.
Yeah.
And remember how I said I really wanted to show something? And you were like, we can do that before we do story time?
Okay, but then you have to explain why we're showing this, because it's a lot of yelling.
It's a lot of yelling. And so, guys, turn down your volume a little bit. We're going to show art shot calling. It's actually better than you expect.
I'm going to remove my headset.
Yeah, you're going to want to do that. So we have Seed from Arch X leading a successful ZVZ. And so, Bogul, you want to load that up for these guys? And I think this is important for everybody who's out there saying, because we hear a lot of Arch is trash. Arch is bad. Arch don't know what they're doing. Arch ain't good. This was pretty good. This was coordinated. The only fault I have with any of this is that I need to turn down the volume a little bit. Other than that, it's entertaining, it's coordinated, and it's successful. So let's show Arch winning some ZVZs with Seed shot calling.
Yeah. By the way, Seed is a guy we interviewed, so that's
yeah.
Why don't you pull
last
that
Friday
on the side while I do this? All right.
All right, I'll go find that.
All right. Headphone warning, guys, but enjoy this Arch. Is that Arch style? I'll just be quiet.
Stop now, stop. Watch that weeping. Spread. Spread, stabilize and spread, boys. Get ready to re-engage here. You know how we do. 3, 2, 1, back into them now, boys. Let's go. Fuck Oma. Kill them. Come on, deep, boys. Deep north. Fuck these tanks. We need damage up here. Back up. It's okay. Back up. Don't get ourselves out of position here, or we're gonna get clapped. Come on, move back. Everybody disengage from the front line. Heals. Who? Okay, good. That means we gotta kill these guys to the north first. So start moving north now. Start moving north. We're gonna go first. Come in and spread out. 3, 2, 1, straight north into them. I got a clump coming up for you. Huge one! Hit it, please! Oh my God, that was the end of the game. Where y'all at? Let's go. Kill these guys northwest. Run them over now. I don't care if you die. If I die, somebody's gotta survive this. Let's go, northwest, we need heals. Heals are going down, good heals. Northwest, finish these guys. Northwest, keep going. Keep finishing these guys, northwest. Push through. Now come south. I just need them to pick a side. Come south. Hurry up and come south. Get around this corner. Make them hit each other. Come around the corner. Come south. Now stop. You ready to go north? 3, 2, 1. Come in north, boys. Come in north. Right now. Hit where my camera is. Please hit it. Hit it right there. Now nobody did nothing. He needs heals. Get this boy heals. Don't you let him die. He's got a dual swords on him. Come back a little bit more. Yeah, boys. Come on. Kill these guys. Now we're going southwest again. The tunnel. We're fighting in the tunnel to southeast us up right now. We need help. Come on, boys. Southwest again. Southwest. Stop fighting. Move back. Wait for it. They don't have a choice. Come southwest more. Make them all in. Then one of them has to go in. One of them has to come in. Just come southwest. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Straight north, boys. Straight north right now. We go first. You know my motto. We go first. Hit these guys.
I'm on you.
Now come back. We got people in our back line. Kill these guys in our back line now. Focus on the guys in our back line. Let's go, boys. Keep coming southwest. Focus these guys in our back line. Let's go. Keep going. Keep coming south. Now we're good here. Stabilize. Get these heals down. Let's go. Come on. Come back. Watch out. Here we go. You ready to re-engage? 3, 2, 1. Right on the edge of the choke. And top of the choke. On the Camlin! Hit them! Let's go. Finish this, boys. They have to move back. We have too much pressure. Just come over here, boy. Still need help in this tunnel. Help, please. Kill these guys. Inside of us now. Stop chasing. You guys? Yeah? All right, get ready, boys, get ready. Now it's time to finish them. Get ready because we got people here with us. We're going north now. We're gonna go north into them. Tell me when you're ready. Tell me when you're ready. Get ready.
We got wind wall.
Get ready, boys. Move up here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full sprint north right at the exit. Let's go. Finish this now. Ah! Finish everything, bitch. Kill them all. Kill them all now. Yes. Mighty fucking Arch X! Let's go! Keep pushing these guys down! Don't go into Arch though! Don't go into Arch! Don't go! We're going south! We're going south! We're going south! Follow me south now! Follow me south down the middle!
Boom.
That was pretty good.
That hype, oh my god.
That
Yeah.
was wild.
It was really enjoyable. I had heard that he was a good chat caller and that he was fun to play with, and I watched the video of when he actually left Arch, when Nemesis left Arch to form Arch X. They're all still friends, right? But like they're all giggling and getting ready to go on a march to go kill as many of their Arch friends as possible, because they're so tired of like the guys in the back of the line who are like looting bags, right? And they were just looking forward to a chance to go and just pound the crap out of these guys. And you can tell that Arch X and Nemesis, they got a little bit of fight in them, and that was fun. That was a hype vid worth listening to. And yeah, I had the same feeling as some of you guys did. I wanted to join Arch after that. I was like, I want to join these guys. This sounds fun.
Top tip, by the way, if you're playing Damnation, use a Scholar robe, not a Cleric robe. Hot tip.
Oh, okay.
That's one thing I took out from that video. Also, shot caller, you should mark yourself with a big crown so people can see you better. So they can follow your calls a lot easier.
Yeah,
There you
if
go.
you
Some
you
hot
make
tips.
yourself the icon, that's definitely yeah. Oh, I wasn't supposed to link that one. That was an oh, my bad. Delete that, Bogul. Delete your own messages.
That's not possible.
Oh, yikers.
Well,
Oh well. Shout out to Arch though for
yeah, shout out to Arch.
I shout out to Sage, shout out to Arch. This stuff I think is what goes into the history books. This kind of footage is for forever. This stuff is what you see in trailers. This stuff is what you see in sort of compilation videos of 2020 or something. It's pretty hype. The beginning's a little, it's like, oh god, what is this? But then
Just
the
another
end-
screaming video. You were just like, just another guy screaming. I had to work to get Bogul to show this video and watch it, because he was like, the guy is swearing at.
I'm used to lint
people
liquor,
and-
sir.
yeah.
That's why. I was like, so I was like,
Yeah,
oh
well-
no, Arch again. But then it turned out pretty hype. Like there's
It did. Like when he just screams, ah! For no reason at all. Like that's incredible. I was so down. I was like, yeah, that's when you just yell, ah!
and I mean it has like even some music laid below it, right? Some hype music. I don't know if you heard that. And then you said it on chat. In between, he was talking to other people. It seemed, right?
He's on TeamSpeak, and he'll be like screaming as like loud as he can possibly go. Are you guys ready in the choke? Are you guys ready in the cave? We still need help in the cave, guys. We still need help in the cave. Are you guys lined up? Are you guys ready? Run!
The birds just flew away from like the top of my house, by the way. Thanks. My ears are bleeding. Pretty sure everybody else in the chat ears are bleeding as well.
I do worry that a lot of people do watch this show with headphones on, or worse, with speakers.
Speakers are definitely worse.
Speakers at work.
Yeah.
I hope you're on your phone. I hope you're watching this on your phone and it can only get so loud. Like you got that warning. Don't go above this level while wearing headphones.
Yeah.
That was a good video. I liked it.
Do you have stories like that too? Do you have stories like that where you have like very fond memories of like a huge push or like
Oh,
a
yeah.
moment like that?
100%. I got a couple videos on my YouTube channel where I go back every now and then. It was like the early days when I first like joined BA, like a couple months in, and like this is when like we would be like fighting, like we would have like 20 maybe 30 BA, and we would be fighting like 100+ people, sometimes even 200 people in a zone, and we're winning. And it's just insane to like be in that type of environment. And it's like you don't really get that anymore. Like not anymore, not with the debuff and stuff. You can't really do it. So like it's always nice to go back and watch over those videos. Be like, God damn, I love that shit. Like take me back, please.
You guys had some great matches where you guys would weave through 2 or 3 different forces, and this was before people were used to the friendly fire even. And you were making very good use of like having 2 different teams end up fighting each other. I really enjoyed watching the old BA videos. You guys have some work to do to get back there. Maybe find a good enemy, and that'll give you the passion that you need. Maybe you should link this video into BA chat and go, where's our passion?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everyone would say like, why is he yelling? Like there's 2 types of shot callers, right? There's the really calm and collected shot caller, and then there's the all-out screaming at the top of his lungs, like just wild, insane shot caller. There's hardly anything ever in between, and I've been so used to having the calm and collected shot caller. Like, I hate listening to these over dramatic like people that just constantly yell at the top of their lungs while shot calling. Like I can't do that. Like if I'm
North.
You
North.
don't
North,
get it from
north.
north. You don't have to say it 200 times. But yeah, it's like I couldn't switch back.
Group 1 on the left. All right. All right, and engage. Good. Now the other group. Excellent.
Defensive locus, please.
Thank
Get some
you.
heals in the front. And we're hiding southwest.
Please rotate those heals. That's too many heals on one player. Thank you. Yes. I need another reset down now. Yeah. Yeah. If you can find me that ZVZ, I will play that one.
I don't have hardly any with comms on, sadly.
No, I've been in Mojo comms. They're not that calm.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of hype in there.
Yeah.
I mean, when I guess I have 2 I'll give my 2 favorite memories for ZVZs with BA, because neither one had anything to do with actually doing the ZVZ. My favorite memory is back when BA and Money Guild were still at each other's throats, and I was in group 2, and Sucks usually leads group 2. But Sucks was really behind because I don't know what he did. I think what he did was he decided to eat a sandwich before getting mounted as he went through his zone, and he was like not paying attention to how long he was demounted. But for whatever reason, Money Guild's main team was able to spawn in right behind him. And he was like, oh, guys, Derek and his boys are here. We should, come back into the zone and get them. And they're like, okay, whatever. Yeah, you need to get back here. And Sucks didn't hear, okay, whatever, you need to get back here. He heard, okay. Because what Sucks did on his Panther was lead them like right next to the entrance and then scream, guys, I'm fighting them now. I need you here now. I need you here now. And so like half of BA zones in, and Sucks is already fighting 1 versus 50. And they demount and immediately go help him. And Mojo's like, wait, what? What are we doing? Wait, we're fighting? And then Mojo zones in the rest of the team. And by the time he gets his guys in there, Sucks' entire team is dead. And then Mojo's team is dead. And then Mojo goes, why did you do that? Why did you engage that? And he goes, because you told me to. And then I was like, I have the tape. and we got to listen to the tape, and that was fun because he was not told to engage.
Yeah, there was also a couple.
There's some words. There were
Yeah.
some words in there. And it was the only time I had ever heard like Mojo yell at his guild. It was interesting. It was an unusual event for me because I feel like BA was always on its absolute best behavior whenever I was there. Like they were like, "Oh, the police are here. Everybody,
Scatter.
put away the drugs."
Thought police, speech police. What?
Yeah, they usually behaved when I was around.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, the video that I linked that was just playing, it's a little bit sped up, but things like that, we were a small scale roaming group, just hitting some mages, and look how like quick it escalated into pretty much an all out ZVZ, and it's like things like this don't really happen anymore. There's no meaning to invade like territories anymore. Like mages, like no one really cares, sadly. So you don't see like the response like this anymore. Like this was insane. I think this fight lasted somewhere like 45 minutes, where it's just a back and forth, like kiting around the territory and stuff. Massive engagements, both sides taking casualties, and it's things like this I miss a lot about the game. Like look at that engagement on the choke. Like look at that. Like
I feel
that
like
shit gets me hyped.
I feel like you might get that with the Rods of Avalon to a different degree, potentially. At least
Or factions EVZs.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, are you looking for like under or how to say, where your group is smaller than the enemy and you just are able to delete them because of skill or good position?
Yeah.
Or what is that?
It's all of that. Like all of that plays into a ZVZ. Like at the moment, like I hate debuff. I wish it just gets deleted and they rework how like AoE escalation and damage escalation, all of that works, which they're doing, which comes out with Roads of Avalon update. But I wish that if they bring all that in, they take away the Zerg debuff, and then we go back to what we had before. It's like fighting on your back foot with your ass against a wall is always the most fun. And when you come out successful on the other side, it's like, hell yeah. Like, that's the shit I do like. When you're just a massive Zerg steamrolling over people, that ain't fun. You're pretty much there to click on the loot bags at the end of it.
Yeah, I like it when it goes back and forth myself and you get to actually make a couple of plays. I miss those ones that would last 2 or 3 different like re-gears. You would see people involved in a singular ZVZ where they would die, like half the team would die, and then they would come back and be there again before the fight ended. And the other team was doing the same thing. It was like a war of attrition, not just a wipeout. Like you had to keep grinding against the ever rebuilding backline of the other team, and it took time, and it took I don't know, like endurance.
I mean, I don't want to sound mean, but I feel like we see some of that, and I today even, and I don't quite. What's the difference now versus then? Is it just that it's won and over, or what is? Because I mean, we watch this daily, and we see a lot of huge fights. What's the difference then?
Difference is
Robin,
like,
yeah.
Everyone, like, there's no small group. There's massive coalitions that are all working together against other massive coalitions. And there's none of that like smaller scale versus the big gun, because if you take a group of 30, let's say 30 BA go up into PoE's heartland and they start raiding mages as CTA gets called, right, on PoE's part to clear them. But the CTA hits the whole entire coalition for PoE. Soon enough, that zone's going to be fully capped out because everybody wants a piece of that action. It's like the call there would be way too big. Like there's no fun. Like if you're,
I mean, maybe groups like Latera or I don't know, TikTok maybe. I think they might have or live some of that experience still, if they're not completely associated with a big guy guild. I mean, Zorn, for example, only brings like 20, 30 people as well to some of the 18 UTC fights we see. So if it's just about a tight-knit, small experience, then I'm like, all right, let's wait a month or two and then just go Roads of Avalon and do that there. But if it's wiping a outnumbering force as a smaller entity because you're bigger, then I can see your point. But the other one, I'm like, I think that still exists.
Well, when we talk about like the regrouping and coming back to the fight thing, I think we see less of that because of the cluster queues. And so many times if you're losing and the other team has the cluster queue advantage, you don't get the opportunity to re-gear because it doesn't take them any time to bring more people to the fight, whereas you have to come from a distance. Whereas before, both teams were coming from a distance and slowly trickling in small groups of 5 or 10 people re-added to the fight. Now, when people die, one of those two teams generally gets more guys into the fight all of a sudden. And sometimes we're lucky enough that both teams will get guys in the fight and they can both keep coming and refilling their numbers and refreshing them. But usually it seems one side has a distinct advantage. And once that happens and the ball starts rolling in the other direction, it's just over. It's very hard to come back against the other team is getting more numbers as they're killing you.
And power projection with the hideouts. You can set home in any hideout. You can take sets to any hideout you wish that you have access to. That opens up the ball into a massive power projection issue that hopefully SBI notices and changes soon. I mean, it didn't make any sense to me that they're trying to fix all this power projection issues, but the main thing is still in the game. Like I can be in, say, Martlock, and I can take 5 sets and go, say, all the way down to Limehurst and set a home there. I talk to a guild that has a hideout in a random zone that's close to the objective that I want to fight over, say a castle. And I go, yo, I'll pay you 1 mil, give us access for like a couple hours so we can use it as a home. And they're like, okay, why not? And then we all set home, place our sets in the chest. And then when we die, we can re-gear and run like 1 or 2 zones instead of running, 10? It's like whoever has that power projection with the hideouts is going to win. They're going to return quicker. They're going to zone lock quicker. It's an issue that needs to be fixed.
The alternative is that you just have more hideouts placed down, right? If you want to fight exposed or ahead of your front lines, you have to just take 2 more days to establish a hideout, I suppose, or sneak one in. I don't know. It's more work and it's harder. The counter argument there, it might be too hard to get fights. Do you think that would be an issue, or is that not a big deal?
Probably not. I mean, you have to set up your own forward base of operations, right? If you're going to be attacking someone, and we see it at the moment with the Coalition versus PoE, right? They slowly edged their way into Dark Burrow. They deleted their hideouts, so PoE's forward operation bases destroyed, and then the Coalition were able to place their own. So now that they can work from there, and as they work their way slowly southwest through the map area, they're placing hideouts as they go. It does take a couple days for construction, obviously, but at the moment it's working out pretty well. I believe their current new forward operation base is Rivercop's Fount, which is Black Order's hideout. And that burns from, say, like before at the start of the war, Darkborough Snag was the main zone. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 4 zones, so that's 8 minutes roughly shaved off their returning time.
Well, that'll help a lot. That gets you back
exactly.
to the fight faster. That's what you want.
Yeah, maybe not. I mean, that's the question, right? Whether or not you want that projection where you can just spawn closer, or whether or not you want to limit the radius of attack potentially.
Well, yeah, we've heard a lot of different suggestions about that situation because of the power projection that you guys are discussing there. It It's a difficult problem to tackle because at the same time, if you say you can only pick one, and you lock them for a long period of time. What happens when that's destroyed? And is it possible to game the system by destroying your own? And if you end up making it where you're locked into one, unless that one's destroyed, do you just end up creating a new form of exploit where people will destroy their own hideouts or have somebody else destroy their hideout for them so that they can move closer to where they want to be and change their lock? There's a lot of weird questions revolving around how to properly do the hideout locks, and it'll be interesting to see where they go from here.
Yeah, hopefully we see something come up sooner rather than later. But I think they know about the issue. It's there, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for SBI to get to how to say a fixing pass or a fixing patch, right? Because we had Queen now, we have the Lords of Avalon, we have huge additions to the game, that are awesome, super important, and in my opinion is like Albion 2.0 almost, or 3.0 almost at this point, 3 years and all. But I always feel like after you did do this, you have to spend like half a year just dealing with some of the things that crept up on you, and you were like, oh, well, that's actually a problem that has been a while, and maybe we finally can get around to it, like transport contracts.
Yes, I think there's a lot of little bits of polish that could be done in this game, and I would like to see that done before mobile. I think the mobile release is the biggest thing that's going to happen to this game ever. And it has to be in the bigger than free to play. Free to play is saying to the same audience that's already been exposed to Albion High, you can come play us free now. Okay, cool. Well, we've seen your ads for the last year, so we know that you exist, and it's not that expensive. Many of us have already tried it. But when you go to mobile, you're exposing yourself to an entirely different audience. And yeah, right now you can kind of play us on your phone. If you want to go and do a little bit of, chicanery and find the API and install the API yourself and then update the API yourself
APK,
every time
right?
there's a patch. APK, sorry. Yeah, APK, not API. Thanks, Bogul. Wrong letters.
Sorry.
No, it's necessary. Old man brain fart. Okay, happens. But no, you have to reinstall it every time there's an update. Once this goes onto the Play Store and the iStore, that will be gigantic for the amount of people that have access to Albion.
I hope so.
And that's going to be the biggest thing. And I don't want them to all run away.
Why is that? Why would somebody run away?
It's a very scary game.
That's true.
And I love that the new tutorial came in and helps players get through the basics of the game. The very basics of how do you hit buttons, how do you build stuff, and how do you get out the door. But then there's a whole new world that you have to do from the crossroads to the city. And that's where I get concerned with the current game being dropped over to mobile. I want to see some way of helping these players get into the PvP aspect of the game, get into the dungeons of the game, and get into more than just crafting. Because I feel that the tutorial says, okay, there's above ground PvE you can do, and there's a lot of crafting in this game. But then the real world sets in, and the game's about PvP. And at no point does the tutorial teach you about dying, getting new gear, and going back out. And I think that's the absolute most important thing that we need to teach players who come in from the mobile version, that dying is not the end of your game. Dying is just an aspect of the game. I wish I learned to die earlier in the game and didn't spend 2 entire betas trying not to die. The alphas, not betas. By beta, I was definitely dying regularly.
Yeah.
Well, in order to do the best things in the game, you have to be willing to die. You cannot go into GVGs thinking you're never going to die. You can't do it. If you do, you're going to get tilted and nobody's going to want to play with you anymore because you're going to be like, I died. I'm miserable now. I don't want to play with you guys. You all suck. Clearly, it wasn't me. I've never died before. The only reason I died is because I'm playing with you. Nobody's going to want to play with you anymore. Hellgate, super fun. You're going to die. Even arenas, you're going to get knocked down and die. You're gonna have to get back up again. You don't lose anything. It's a good place to start. But you want to do anything that's high end in this game, you have to get willing to die. And that's where I worry about the beginning game. I don't want to talk about the things I don't like. I love the rest of the game and I want it all to succeed.
One final note on that. I think we always talked on the newbie show about gear being ammo. And I really like that sort of tip. That if you're starting out and you're looking at your gear and you should consider the stuff you wear, the stuff you use, almost like ammo in other games, right? Where it's like, all right, this is a life that you quote unquote that you use, or this is a credit that you use, and after that's over, you refill or reload, or and of course you're not always using the gold-plated ammo bazooka thing. Sometimes you just use the I don't know, the smallest round you have.
See, when you say that, I think of the BFG, Bogul. And I think that works as a really good description of our 8.3. It's the big freaking gear. And you got to pull that out and start shooting people with it. And sometimes it's time to clear a room, and you need that 8.3 to clear a room. And I like that. I like the idea of the stuff as ammo. You got to use it. It's your guns. It's what you do.
Yeah, the gear it's so disposable. I tell that to every single person that joins the game. Like, don't worry about the gear. Worry about your silver. You never lose your silver when you die, and you can use that silver to just rebuy your gear from the marketplace, and just go from there. Like, it's an interesting one. People aren't used to it. I got a feeling, like, coming from other MMOs and stuff, like, people like always like think like, oh my god, my gear. But
yeah, well, in other games, it's the most important thing. Like the first game I played, like when you died, your body stayed on the ground. I played EverQuest, and if you died, you could literally lose all your gear, and that wasn't like replaceable gear. People would cry. They would like quit the game. They would like lose their shit. They would lose it, like go nuts when they couldn't get their stuff. I remember losing my guy. He fell down a crevasse. No necromancer could get me out. Like, it was just not happening. There was nothing I could do. And it happens in other games where the gear is so important that it makes it like you're scared to die. In this game, you should be welcome. Like, you should welcome it and go, I'm going to die at some point. How do I prepare for the next time it's going to happen? And that's a unique thing about this game. But yeah, I just looked at the time, guys. It's 20 UTC.
Yeah.
We should do shout outs, pull some raffles, and get out of here.
We should. That hour flew by pretty quick. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, when you do story time and you just get talking about this game. I mean, we love this game. We're passionate about this game. I have an satiated passion for this game that no matter how much I'm involved in it, I just want, like, I need to do more. And it's, my wife hates it. She's like, can't you just stop doing the game now? And I'm like, yes, no.
It's not going to happen.
No, I woke up this morning at 4:00 in the morning, and I was like, I should go back to bed. You know what I did? Logged in and started getting things ready for AlbionTV at 4:30 in the morning. Yeah, like, I fucking love this game, and I love the community. I love, 99% of the community. I love the development team. I love where the future is going with it. But I think right now the future says it's time to end the show and get ready for another show tomorrow. So let's pull a ton of raffles here. I'm gonna pull like 4 more. Boom.
Wow.
Boom.
Pulling out the big guns, eh?
Boom. Oh yeah. Boom. And this is some good names are winning this one. We know some of these names, like Hungry. Hungy. Not even Hungry. Hungy. Don't know you. Yazoo UK. We know Yazoo.
Hey, yes.
Stormwolf. DK. Is that like UK? But like,
No.
Denmark.
all right. Jode 0410. Jode 0410. Okay, yeah. All you guys need to whisper me to get your prize. Let's look at these shout outs. What do we got?
You want to type in the chat so people know who to whisper?
Oh yeah, I'll type in chat and tell them to whisper me.
Yeah. It's something you always forget to do.
Well, you know, I
And they're
figure like all these
"Which
guys have
one?
watched the
Who?"
show like 7,000 times by now. Okay, 1 hour ago we had Reza SL Handhold Online TV. Yes, we had a bit of hand-holding earlier today. Yazoo says, which responsibilities of yours are running away from you? Wait, hold on. We're gonna try this words again. This words is coming back. Which responsibilities of yours are you running away from at the moment? And I believe that was directed at both me and Robinhoodrs. Responsibilities I'm avoiding at the moment. Rebuilding my desk and setting up the lights correctly here in my office. Responsibilities I'm currently running away from.
Re-gearing people that got wiped at ZVZs for Blue Army. I haven't touched that in a while. don't want to.
Bogul, you're right about wanting those contracts. Keep chasing them for that.
Yeah,
That's for
you
you,
go.
Bogul.
You got a supporter
That
there,
was-
Bogul.
shout out.
Nemioni wants you to keep chasing those contracts. You got some support on your side, Bogul.
I will. Don't worry.
Let's see. We have who would win in a fight between Shozen and Bogul? I would give it to Bogul because I need Bogul to do my job, and I would let him hit me a few times and take the fall just so he'd feel better, so that tomorrow he would come to work.
I think Shozen is a professional fighter, guys. So,
Yeah,
I think Shozen.
WWE, MMA, everything, wrestling.
No, like you know the American style wrestling where you just throw tables and chairs and go
Well,
bare
I did do
chested.
that. I did do that. I am well versed in the other things you guys mentioned as well, but I would never hit Bogul, and I would let him beat me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then he could take my belt. Yeah, you could have it.
What? Where's this going? God.
Whoa.
No, Bogul's a great employee. You don't know about the belts? I had a belt for a while. It was pretty cool.
Let's move on.
Shout out to Reject Party from OG Strem. Guys, we're trying to get an interview going with this Reject Party. I hear they're like the next big thing. Apparently, they are the remnants of Tea Party that had joined up in Crimson Imperium Reborn, and they were like, nah, not for us. Let's take it down from the outside, boys. And they ran away, and now they've been clapping like mad. So, yeah.
Yeah, we see a lot of them on the field. Be nice to interview them.
I would love to read this one, but I can't. Rip Brang? Chill on? Sorry about Rang, guys. Heard about that the other day. It's sad when you see top guilds kind of fold apart like that, and I don't know, it's common. We hear about it a lot. It's very common, and the Brazilian guilds do it, I would say, more than other guilds, because we see like new ones every season. It seems like they rebuild a new one, same people, new name, and it's been interesting. So I hope to maybe talk to some of those guys. Do what is it, like post-mortem when you talk to them after they're dead? Wait till the end of the season.
Yeah, post-mortem. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do that. All right. And on that note, thank you guys for tuning into the show. It was a good time. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And Robin, thank you for joining us today. Maybe we can grab you back for more story time, because I feel like we have more stories to tell this week. I want you guys in the audience to take this as a cue too, to do some, AMAs, shout outs of some of your favorite moments of Albion history. And we will go ahead and shout them out for you.
Yeah, everyone's got stories. And everyone likes talking about their stories.
People really like talking about their stories. It's true.
Yeah, like
I
that
love
one
talking.
time where I robbed Money Goat for all their ZVZ sets. Yeah, great time. All
You
right,
should
is that
tell
the
that
end
one.
of the show?
Yeah, okay. And thank you guys very much. How you guys doing? Have a good one. Bye.
See you.
Bye bye, guys.